Hey everyone, my name is Kristen and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I love to craft and today we have some Christmas crafts that I want to make. I know it's super early for Christmas and I know that everyone is looking for fall crafts at the moment, but Christmas is on my mind right now and I just cannot hold back from making these crafts. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Let's go ahead and get started. For the first craft, we are going to be making a Christmas sign. I got this one from Hobby Lobby for $2.49, but it was actually 50% off. So this one was super cheap. And I used my Cricut to cut out all of this right here. And I did use this paper pack from Hobby Lobby. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tag off. And I'm going to be using my glue bottle. I did fill this up with Elmer's glue. You can also buy these already filled on Amazon. I also got these reverse tweezers from Hobby Lobby as well. They come in handy for little projects like this. For the bottom piece of the snowflake, I'm going to be using some Pop Dot tape, and I did get this from the Dollar Tree. It does come in 3 different sizes. I'm just going to be using the smaller size for right now. I want to give the back part of the snowflake a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to go ahead and peel off the backing and put one strip right there. And then I'm going to put another strip right here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just put them on all of the points of the snowflake. Now I'm going to take my weeding tool and I'm going to peel up the backing on all of these pieces. Now I'm going to flip it over and let's see. I want it to be straight up and down, just like that. And then I'm going to take this piece right here and I'm just going to glue it down. This glue bottle also has a needlepoint tip on it, that way that the glue does not dry on this part right here. Now I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to line it up just like that. Oh, that looks so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to take this pink piece right here and it's going to say Merry Christmas. And I want it to have a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to add more foam tape. Now I'm going to take my weeding tool again and I'm going to go ahead and take off all of those back pieces. Alright, now that I have peeled off all of those back pieces, I'm going to line it up on here, just like that. And then I'm going to take all of my letters and go ahead and glue those down. These reverse tweezers are so good for these little pieces right here because you can hold them just like that and put your glue on there. I don't want to add too much because I don't want it to be too messy or soggy or anything like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the ERR. And then we can do the Y. I wish that this font came with all of the letters welded together that would have been super helpful, but the way that it was set up, it just does not. All right, and that is the first part. Now let's go ahead and move on to Christmas. And that is how this Christmas sign turned out. I really, really love this color palette. I think that it is just so precious. Let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. For this next craft, we are going to be doing acrylic ornaments. These came from Hobby Lobby. They were $3.99, but of course 50% off. And it does come in a 10 pack, and these are 3.5 inches. These do have a clear film on the front and the back, so be sure to peel both of those off before you apply your vinyl or if you plan on painting them. For this one, I'm going to do a first Christmas ornament. I'm going to zoom y'all in just a little bit. Now, since these have holes, I did not use my Cricut to put a hole in here because I wanted it to line up perfectly, and so I just did one big circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up my ornament with the vinyl just like that, and then I'm going to take a pen and draw a circle on the inside. Then I'm going to take my hole puncher and I'm going to line it up on the dot. Just like that. And so now it is going to line up perfectly with the acrylic ornament. I'm going to go ahead and weed out the circle. Okay, I'm going to take my weeding tool to take off this clear film. Be careful not to scratch it. There's the front. I'm going to take a piece of transfer vinyl and put the circle down just like that. Put it back down, and then I'm going to take my scraper tool and then peel it up just like that. All right, so now we have our circle on our transfer tape. Did I say transfer vinyl a second ago? I meant transfer tape. I don't know. It's been a long week, y'all. All right, so now I'm going to stand up for this. That way that I can make sure that it is lined up properly. And if a little bit hangs off, you can always cut that off. But it looks like it's on there. So good. Okay. Let's peel up this transfer tape. All right, I'm seeing a lot of bubbles, so that is not good. I'm going to take my scraper tool and see if I can get some of those out. Perfect. Okay. So I'm really not loving the way that it looks. I know it's really hard to see on camera. Let me see if I can get it to focus. All right, so you can see right here and right here where there's like bubbles behind it, and I'm not loving that. So I think I'm going to just take off this white vinyl. I think that the idea of having a white background with this color vinyl was really good, but the way that you could see the bubbles from the back, it just did not look good at all. And so I just decided that it's not going to work for this project, but hopefully in the future I'll find some way to be able to do that. Now that I'm done weeding it out, I'm going to take a piece of transfer tape and put it on top, and then use my scraper tool to make sure that it is on there really, really good. There will be a link to my Amazon storefront And there I have tons and tons of craft supplies on there that I have actually used. All right, so I'm going to center this one closer to the bottom since the 2023 is curved. And before anyone asks in the comment section, Boone was born a few weeks before Christmas, and so this ornament is definitely a year late. Well, almost a year late, but I just know that times like these are special, and so making this one is just, it warms my heart. It's stuck to my glass mat. I'm going to be using a white rickrack and a blue gingham ribbon. I don't ever measure out my ribbon, I just kind of eyeball it. I've been using ribbon for quite some time. I really need to show y'all what my ribbon section in my craft room looks like, because it's basically a Hobby Lobby up in here. I have so many different spools of ribbon, it's just crazy. All right, so for this one, I think I'm going to use my weeding tool to push it through. Like that. Oh yeah, that was super easy. And then I'm going to try and push this one through. This one's really big. There. Now I'm going to take a tiny piece of twine and I'm going to put it through there. And then I'm going to tie a knot at the top, just like that. That way that it can be hung on the tree. And then I'm going to take this ribbon right here, tie a knot, just like that. And then I'm going to trim up the sides. I'm going to put my Cricut mat down, that way that you all can see how cute that this little ornament turned out. And again, this is gold vinyl and the ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. I thought that it would be so cute to make just a simple little Christmas ornament. I don't want too much going on, just a little simple one. So let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. Let's go ahead and make two more Christmas ornaments. These are going to be gingerbread ones. Let's go ahead and take off the clear protective sheets. I did use my Cricut to cut out these gingerbread men, and I'm going to be using my weeding tool to go ahead and weed these out. These should be really easy because there's only a few pieces in here. I also have some Christmas trees that I cut out with my Cricut, and I'm going to be using 2 on each side, so I'll need 4. I also cut out their names in green. I think I'm going to do the name first, that way that I can go ahead and get that one lined up. And take my scraper tool. And then I'm going to center it towards the bottom. And then I'm going to take my scraper tool again, make sure that it's on there really, really good. Okay, then I'm going to take the gingerbread man. And I'm going to go really, really slow because I don't want any air bubbles in there. That turned out really, really good. There is absolutely no air bubbles in that. I am just shocked right now. Okay, now I'm going to cut the Christmas trees in half because I only want to work with one at a time. And I'm going to put the trees right beside him, like that. And then we'll do the other one on the other side. Just like that. And then I'm going to add some ribbon. I got this from Hobby Lobby on clearance. It was $1.74. And this is called chiffon ribbon. This is more of a wine color, and this is more of like a Christmas red color. So that's why we're going to be using this one. Okay, let's trash that because that is just a mess. And we'll use about that much, which is about 14 inches. Going to bunch it up like that. And then I'm going to use my weeding tool to push it through. Alright, then I'm going to tie it at the bottom, just like that. And then I'm going to, let's see, I think I'm just going to tie a little knot at the top too. And this is how this Christmas ornament turned out. I really, really like this one. I think that's gonna look so cute on the Christmas tree, especially with like the bright lights on it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one off camera, but let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. For this next craft, I'm going to be using a mini charcuterie board from Hobby Lobby, and it is currently 40% off, so 40% off of $2.49. This was part of their fall decor, but we're going to be using it for Christmas today. And this is going to be a grandparent's gift. I'm going to go ahead and weed out everything and then we will get started. Okay, I have everything weeded out. Now I'm going to do the gingerbread men, and I wanted to use the white pieces on the gingerbread men just so that you could see them a little bit better on here. So I'm going to take off the outside layer, and I'm also going to take off the next layer, which is like their bodies. And so I only want the tiny little pieces on there, like this. So I'm going to start with Gigi and Poppy's Perfect Batch. I'm going to use my scraping tool. These are tiny little letters, so I want to make sure that they are really, really good and on this charcuterie board. That looks about center. Now I'm going to take my scraper tool and really go in there. I'm gonna have to go really, really slow with this because it looks like it's having a hard time sticking. Okay, some letters are having a hard time sticking down, and then other letters peel off really, really good. So this is definitely one of those projects where I just have to sit back, take my time, and it'll all be worth it at the end. All right, that looks really good. Let's go ahead and move on to the gingerbread men. I want to make sure that I do have enough space for their names on the bottom, so I'm just going to mock that up about right there. And let's see. I think I actually want to cut these apart. I don't want them so close. Gonna put one about right here, and then one about right there. I'm gonna use my scraper tool. Okay, so that one's on there. Now let's try to get this one to stick. Okay, that one's on there. Now I'm going to cut their names apart. Just like that. Now let's stick it to the board. And I'm going to peel it back really, really slow. That one did really, really good. Okay, now let's do Brady's name. I'm gonna put it about right there. All right, now that we have their names on there, I want to go ahead and put their little buttons on. Okay, now I'm going to put the buttons on this one. Just like that. And then I'm going to take a piece of transfer tape and put it all over this one. That way that everything is lined up proportionally. All right, now we're going to try to get it as center as possible on the gingerbread man. About right there. That looks so cute. Oh my goodness. I love that so much. I think that this is just such a cute project. Even if the vinyl is not sticking to the wood, I think that it is just turning out super duper cute. All right, let's line this body up. About right there. Alright, and that is how this mini charcuterie board turned out. I think it is just so darling. Let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. For this craft, I bought these from Hobby Lobby for $1.24, and it comes in a 4-pack. They were originally $4.99. So I'm going to be making a Christmas cup, and if you have seen the cold wraps on Etsy or Pinterest, those are kind of what I'm going for, but I wanted to take some scrap vinyl and just put little images on here like Christmas trees, snowflakes, gingerbread men, and I'm also going to be doing my initial, and so I'm going to be placing those all around the cup. The first thing I'm going to do is weed out everything. And this one should be super easy because I'm just literally peeling up. Okay, so my camera battery died. I had to go charge it. I have no idea where I left off talking, but I'm just weeding out everything right now. Now that I have everything weeded, I'm going to take a piece of transfer tape and I'm going to start off with a white circle and I'm going to put it in the middle of the cup. Then I'm going to take this red outline, which is going to be the outline of the circle. This one is going to be really hard to line up because it's curved. And it looks like it's short on this end. So let me see if I can peel it back up. Maybe I just need to come over a little bit. I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to get it, which is kind of disappointing because I was hoping that it would be just a clean look, but it's okay. I know that everything cannot be perfect. Now I'm going to take the initial and I'm going to put it in the middle, just like that. All right, now, since I don't have a template for a cold cup, I'm just going to take images and place them all around the cup, not in any particular order. I am going to start off with a gingerbread man first. Okay, so here is what the gingerbread men look like. Now, I do have some left over, but I'm going to go ahead and set those to the side. Now I want to work on the Christmas trees. Now I'm going to take a few of the snowflakes and put those on. Okay, and here's what it looks like now. I think I want to add a Christmas tree here, just to give it a little bit more greenery in the front, just like that. All right, I think that that is all that I want to add to this cup. So we have our straw and then our lid, and it just pops on. And that is how this cup turned out. I'm a little bit bummed about this part right here, but it is completely fine. It happens when we craft, everyone knows that. But this cup turned out so cute. I cannot wait to use it for all of my iced coffees during the winter. Let's go ahead and move on to our final craft. For this next craft, this is a ornament and I got them from Hobby Lobby. It's just a 1-pack in each and they are $2.49 but 50% off. And then I got these snow-like pebbles and they were $1.99 but 50% off. And I also used my Cricut to cut out some gold colored vinyl. This is going to be a unfinished craft project, but I did want to go ahead and get started on it to go ahead and give you guys an idea for these. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble them, put the vinyl on them, but I'm also going to be taking them apart after I get my boys' Christmas pictures taken whenever it gets closer to Christmas. Let's go ahead and open one up. It is a ball and they snap together. Okay, it is a ball and they do snap together kind of like an Easter egg. So let me see if I can get them to go together. Okay, just like that. So it's pretty much like an Easter egg and then you squeeze it and it pops back out. I'm going to take a piece of transfer tape again. And I'm going to be putting Christmas 2024 on the front. And I'm going to use my scraper tool to make sure that it's on there. Peel off that backing, and then I'm going to stand up for this. But I want the words to go straight across the front. just like that. There we go. That turned out so cute. There's a little piece of transfer tape right here. And I'm also going to be taking the pebbles. And I'm going to go ahead and just put those inside of these. That way that we can go ahead and get them somewhat assembled. All right, and then I'm going to put the lid on it. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. Like I said, I'm going to be putting a picture of the boys in here for their Christmas pictures. I also wanted to add some of this chiffon ribbon to it. The stuff is super messy, but I do like to trim it up a good bit. All right, now I'm just going to use my weeding tool to push it through. Okay, and then I will tie a little bow at the top. Just like that. And then I will have this little silver piece to go and hang on the tree. So let's go ahead and put that through. All right, and then I would tie just a little knot at the top, and then it would be able to hang on the tree. This is how the project turned out. Of course, it's halfway finished because I do need to get the boys' Christmas pictures put in here. But this was such a cute idea and I cannot wait to finish it. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope that you enjoyed making all of these Christmas crafts with me. I cannot wait for Christmas. I think that I'm going to be well prepared whenever the season does start. But for now, I'm going to be moving on to some fall crafts. I think it's about time that I upload one of those videos, especially since the fall season is basically here. But I think that my favorite craft of the day was making this little Merry Christmas sign. That one, I just love the color palette. I think that these little Christmas ornaments are so versatile. You can really put anything on them, especially for teacher gifts or for grandparent gifts. Those are very, very popular whenever you have little ones. And then of course, this one, which I think that for my fall video, I'm going to have it flipped over and I'm going to be doing Gigi and Poppy's little pumpkins. That way that it's kind of like a 2-in-1 gift for them. And also this cup, I cannot wait to start drinking all of the seasonal coffees. So y'all stay tuned for a fall video. Again, I had so much fun making all of these Christmas crafts and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!